So we've started working on the gold badges for the rear end. Decided I'm not going to buy them. They're a pain in the arse to track down, and frankly finding ones in good shape, they're like 20 bucks, $21 a piece online. I've hit up a couple of other like part outs and stuff like that, and if they have all of them and they're available, they're all faded and nasty, or they're just more expensive than I really want to pay for. So I decided I'm just going to take these ones off. I'm going to dechrome them with some bleach, and I'll just put them back on the truck. So I've gone through and I've taped off all of the spots where they are, so that way I can come back in with some WD-40 and clean up all this nasty old glue that holds these on, and then we will go from there. I've already bought another bottle of the or a tube of the Emblem glue, so we should be pretty good. Just came by, cleaned up around them with a paper towel so the tape doesn't fall off in the rain and whatnot and dirt. Piece of fishing line, slide it up behind one of these top corners, and then just do a sawing motion, and they come right off. It's pretty simple. Now, on to step 2. Household bleach. Original. Doesn't matter. Get the cheap shit. Got all the emblems off. So now we're just going to soak them in bleach. Let them sit there until the chrome should eventually bubble and peel off. So yeah, it'll take a while, a few hours, maybe a day. So I guess we will reconvene on this tomorrow. This is after about 12 hours and my first bleach change. I did use up all the rest of that other bottle of bleach I had, so while we were at Lowe's today, I grabbed a bottle of this Clorox Germicidal bleach. And yeah, we've definitely got some chrome coming off. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this out so I can put new fresh bleach in there. Day 2 of dechroming. We've got another nice layer of chrome stripped off here. Go ahead and dump this out and rinse them again real fast just to kind of see how far we are. It's definitely interesting. So here's after a quick rinse. Just rinsed it off with some water. You can definitely see down here on the end of the Forerunner emblem it's starting to peel off. A little bit on that Toyota. The SR5 has the bottom of the S reduced down to just the plastic for the most part. So we'll go ahead and keep giving it a bleach bath until it's all gone. But the bleach is definitely doing its job here. about 36 hours, maybe 48. Pretty sure it's 36 though. But slowly but surely, chrome is coming off. We will have fresh, ready to paint emblems soon enough. Progress is being made. There's not much chrome left on any of them. Just working through some of these final layers here on some of it until we get down, stripped down to that kind of white underlayer, as you can see on this guy right here. Yes, R5 is getting there too. So, been about 4 or 5 days now, so it shouldn't be too much longer. I know that it takes longer with bigger emblems, so I'm sure that probably the Forerunner will take more than a week, even at this rate. But we'll keep dunking them until they're all done, and then we'll have fresh, ready to paint emblems. So we've been working on these emblems now for a while, and it looks like some of them are actually starting to get down to the final phases of just being the plastic and being ready for primer and paint. A lot of this stuff will actually just like wipe off with a paper towel here. Let's see if I can just... It's hard to do this with one hand. Give me a quick second. So obviously it's not perfect, but it is very, very close to being ready for paint. I probably don't have too much more soaking to go here. I might take a toothbrush and try to clean up some of those inner areas up in the corners, but I think I'm gonna give each one of these a soft brush real fast and see how we're doing. The Forerunner Emblems, still the one that looks like it's got the most on it, but it's a pretty big emblem. Well, the end is in sight. We've definitely got some of them down to nearly bare plastic. Just little bits and bobs on there still kind of stuck, so we'll keep running it in the bleach bath here for a little bit longer till they're all done. 4 out of 6 emblems have completed their dechroming process. So these top 2 are going to go to Charles for his experiments. Whatever he wants to do, these 2 belong to the Forerunner. And then I still have the rear badge emblem and the Forerunner emblem in there, still working a little bit. It's kind of hard to see, but it is still degassing a little bit. It's got some little spots on it. So I think it probably needs one more day or so, and then it'll be finished up. Hopefully the same with that emblem there. So, but we're now getting close to the process of painting. I suppose I could probably start by getting these guys prepped. So that will be the next task. First layer of primer is down. And now we wait. I just bought some Sprite Touch general purpose primer in a nice bright color. Figured that won't make the gold too hard to get to shine over the top. 4th coat of primer just went on, and it looks like I might have learned my lessons from painting other things and not being too overzealous with the paint. Letting layers dry properly between coats, all that good stuff. I lack patience, admittedly, and that makes it hard to paint, because I just want it all done right now. So try to get my shadow out of this here, give you guys a good look at it. First layer of paint is down. It's definitely not the same color gold that Toyota does, because there's this real gold and this is fake. But I think it'll still pop against the purple pretty well and give us a very nice look. So definitely gonna need a few more coats. This is only the first coat down, but we're getting there. after about 4 layers of gold. And this is a 3rd layer of clear coat, I believe. Let's see if we can move this into a better lighting situation for the camera. There we go. It's got a nice glossy clear coat on it now. Nice and shiny. Now mind you, this used to be chrome. First emblem is glued and drying. Should take about 30 minutes for it to dry. So we will come back out here and check them out once I've got the other ones on and they're all dried. I am going to take this off and repaint it where I've got a couple of bubbles up here in the top and where that Goo Gone ruined all of my dipping on here. You can see that big streak. Made me mad. But at least I knew Goo Gone will take this stuff off. Go figure. Let's put all 3 badges on. Just waiting on glue to dry. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and get the 4Runner back onto the license plates around here pretty soon. After I get it repainted. I also have some clear coat I might throw over it. We'll see here. Working on peeling this black custom wrap off so that we can repaint this since I got Goo Gone got on it and screwed it all up, and I'm gonna hopefully just repaint it better this time and not get all of these ugly little bubbles in it and all the runs in it. Let's see, where's a good one? There's one. Let's see, there's another one down here. Yeah, there's a big fat one right there. So we're just gonna go ahead and try this again. Luckily this stuff peels up pretty easily. I'm just gonna kind of work around the edges and then go from there, but it's a start. The big daylight reveal. Definitely got a little glue outside of it. I'll have to come back and clean that up. This one was hard because it didn't have a lot of space behind it to just stick the glue in without it wanting to ooze out the back. So Might have to come back and do a little bit of cleanup around like the top of the T here and a little couple other places, but otherwise it looks pretty damn good. Except from a distance you can't tell. There's the SR5 that I took off last night. That one came out much better. And then we've got one last reveal up here for the old Toyota emblem. Let's see if we can just do this in one big piece. Oh, come on. Give me that bottom layer. There we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the good stuff. Nice. Fresh gold emblems. I'm working on repainting the bezel right now so that will be cleaner and clearer, because it looks gross and I don't want to put that nice, fresh, good looking gold badge on there if it looks all nasty. So it is in the garage getting repainted right now. It took me about an hour to peel off all that easy wrap dip stuff. I think I will come back in here and clean all this up. Also going to see what I can do about maybe fixing these clips that are broke off, but we'll see. Round 2 of painting this guy. Took me about an hour to peel it all off, but no dripping this time, no running, no pooling. I've been very patient, light coats. Just layering them on every about 10 minutes or so as per the can directions. So we'll see how this one turns out this time. And finally, my favorite reveal of all. The black bezel repainted. Nice and glossy. With a nice fat gold Forerunner emblem on it. Super stoked with how that came out. Looks amazing. Just gonna let this paint finish kind of drying up in some spots before we go ahead and stick it back on. But I think it looks really good, and I think it'll look even better once it's back on the truck. The big reveal. My custom gold emblems. Took these down from chrome all the way to gold. I did repaint this bezel. It looks much cleaner now.